I've just watched this episode on Netflix and I think you should as well. Wade Wilson is one of the most narcissistic, manipulative people I've ever covered in a true crime case. He was sentenced to the death penalty a couple of years ago and he truly had no remorse or anything for the two women that he killed. He was just a horrible, horrible man. But this episode of Worst Ex Ever on Netflix goes into everything kind of before it and some of his past relationships that I'd not seen about before, which was interesting because I do know a lot about the case just from following the trial and stuff, but it showed other aspects of the way that he was, and I just find it really interesting. And it obviously goes through all of the when he committed the crimes, and afterwards it showed a phone call with his dad when he was first talking about it, and it also delved into all of the women that were really interested in talking to him because they found him attractive despite the fact that he murdered two women. So it goes into some of the women that would call him and they would give him money and they would ring him up on the phone and he'd have his tablet and they would message and things like that. Also, if you are interested in that kind of thing, I listened to all of the phone calls that he made from prison that were available on YouTube. There is a YouTube channel called Phone Calls from Prison. Shout out to them because they're one of my favorite YouTube channels. And it's very interesting. He had different girlfriends going on all of the time. None of them knew that he was talking to the other one. He would promise one that he wasn't talking to another one. Super manipulative, super evil, horrible, horrible man. And they all knew what he was in there for. But yeah, he was in multiple relationships. He had fiancés. Absolutely disgusting. But I highly recommend that you watch the documentary if you haven't seen it already. It was very, very, very good.